Focus on getting good before you care about getting seen. A lot of players play their travel ball or the AAU tournaments because they expect it's going to get them a scholarship. But understand, no one's going to give you a scholarship if you're not good enough. The exposure will actually just make you look exposed. And in order to get good, it takes a lot of time. And so know why you're doing what you're doing. Just playing in games is like taking a test over and over and over and over again without studying the information and expecting to get better scores. You're not going to get better scores if you don't have the proper information. So you've got to train in order to actually score better on the test. The games are tests. And before you get exposed in the light, you actually need to do your work in the dark. So let's work through a little bit of math here for you. So let's say you are going to play a weekend of AAU games. Let's think about how much time you're actually going to spend getting better, because sometimes players tell me, well, going against the best competition in these games really elevates my game. And yeah, it probably does a little bit. But know that you only average about 2 minutes of game time with the ball in your hands going against that tough competition, working on your moves or getting your shot off faster or performing under pressure. So a weekend of AAU games, let's say you leave on Friday, you come back late Sunday, it's 3 full days. You might play 5 games in that weekend. In each game, you average about 2 minutes of play. So 5 games means you only have 10 minutes with the ball in your hands where you might actually be improving or getting better. So 10 minutes over an entire weekend, if you play 10 weekends of tournaments throughout your off season, that's only 100 minutes over those 10 weekends. Where if you weren't going to prioritize going and getting seen, if you actually prioritize getting good, well then you have your 4-day weekend and you could spend up to 5 hours a day training. So what does 5 hours a day of training actually look like? Well, it looks like an early morning shooting workout. That's a first hour. It looks like a little bit of a break, and then you go and do your speed and strength training. That's your 2nd hour. And then you go and have lunch, and you come back after lunch, and in the afternoon you play 2 full hours of pickup basketball against college players at the local university or at the rec center against some older, stronger players with intentional work on whatever skill you're trying to develop. Now you've gone 4 hours. You go home, you have dinner, and then you finish up with your last hour doing a skill workout or doing another speed explosion workout. That's 5 hours throughout your day. That's your job. If you do that over the course of 4-day weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and you do that over 10 weekends, that's a total of 12,000 minutes. That's a huge difference. How huge of a difference is it? Well, if you prioritize getting seen over 10 weekends, that's going to be 2.5 hours that you're actually going to improve and get better. But if you prioritize getting good, that's 200 meaningful hours of improvement. I said I was going to say it again. You want to get good before you get seen. And if you want to get good, getting good is about prioritizing your training, not exposure. There is a place to go out and get seen. There is a time to go out and play these tournaments, but it's after you're good enough for it to matter. So how do you know? You know by finding a coach that you trust and asking them, am I ready to go on the circuit? Is it time for me to get seen? Or do I need to spend another season, an off season, getting really, really good first? You have to make that decision for you. You have to make that decision as a family, because I want the best for you. And the last thing I'll say is this: if you're good, coaches are going to find you. If you're good enough, coaches are going to find you. It doesn't matter where you are, where you're playing. If you're good enough, coaches are going to find you.